What's up, guys? Game Fan of all games, and I'm back giving you yet another drama scripted Saturday. But first, let's start off with the ratings, and we have a bit of surprise for the first time in a long time. I think in 23 weeks, NxT has beating AEW in ratings. So this past Wednesday, NxT averaged 693 and Dynamite had 690 200K. So NXT beating AEW by the skin of their teeth, literally by a thousand live viewers. So hopefully it is. I guess this AEW could start a new streak, and that's both viewership is up from NXT from last week, and due to the pandemic, Takeover got canceled. That's why I don't say that's why the Rhea match got put on WrestleMania, but that was supposed to be on NXT, but they made it part of the WrestleMania due to they already know that WrestleMania probably was not going to have a live show. And thoughts on WrestleMania? It was good. I enjoyed it. Highlights of the WrestleMania was the Boneyard match with The Undertaker. That was very well. It was like a bad car accident. It was so bad it was good, if that makes any sense. The Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair had a lot of screaming in it, which it makes me wonder, what if they always scream like that and the crowd noise just blocked all the screaming out? It really makes you wonder how some of these matches go now that there is no audience to block the wrestling chatter that the wrestlers have and the referee has. Another match that stood out was obviously the Bray Wyatt Family Funhouse match. It basically took a quick course of both Bray Wyatt's history within the WWE and John Cena's, and making fun of wrestling's greatest moments, like made fun of the superpowers, made fun of NWO, Eric Bischoff, Bray acting like he's Eric Bischoff, and John Cena coming out looking like he's Hulk Hogan. Like, what if John Cena would have turned heel? And if you look back at times, you could tell that especially during the Johnny Long meet with John Cena doing curls like a madman and doing so many curls that he burns out his arms and he can't move. You could tell like they were both having a very, very fun time taping and making this match. It was extremely different, out of the ordinary, and I don't think if situations was the norm, I honestly don't think we would have gotten that much of a creative style type of match. Only like 3 moves were ever done in that whole match, but it was like the match was more of storytelling and explaining than anything. It was very, very great. Art was very, very good. It's like that was good. That's how creative. Like I said, I think I made another on a previous Drama Script Saturday, that when WWE wants to do things right, like wants to put an actual effort to do things right, they can do things right. And this is a perfect example of that. They put in the time and effort, and I'm assuming they gave Bray and Cena full control of this match and the scripting and how things were going to get planned. And look what happened. It's fantastic. So like I said before, when WWE wants to do and get things right and do things right, they can, when they really want to. And this was just yet another perfect example. Big news. I didn't think that Braun Strowman was going to go over at WrestleMania. So Braun Strowman gets his first World Heavyweight title reign, and so does Drew McIntyre gets his first heavyweight title reign, which I'm very happy for both of them. Both of them definitely deserved it, and not part-timers, but taking away the main event championship from part-timers, because we only see Brock roughly, I want to say 12-15 times a year, maybe a little bit more. And Goldberg, we've only seen 7 times. So now it's gonna be back to the norm of having the guy of each show being there every week. And speaking of each show every week, it's been announced starting yesterday that Vince is going to go back to live shows. So Monday, Raw will be live at the Performance Center. NxT is going to go back to being live. And then SmackDown is going to go back to being live. All at the Performance Center. And so, yeah, I've read that a lot of superstars aren't happy about it. But it has to do with contract issues that Vince has with, Fox and NBC, that they're supposed to have a certain number of live shows throughout the week to get money. So, long story short, as you know, it all comes down to money, which does kind of, I'm not going to say does, but it does put everyone, I don't want to say, like, how can I say this? Like, everyone would much rather just get the tapings throughout the week and do it in one day and go home. But instead, yet they repeatedly have to leave their Florida homes or stay in Florida to do these weekly shows, or keep traveling back and forth to Florida nonstop, instead of just taping out a month, like TNA used to do. Like TNA, we used to tape like 2 weeks of shows or 3 weeks of shows in advance to stock them up. But now they have to still continue to do live shows every week, so superstars still have to travel in a pandemic, which they probably don't want to. So, yeah, and obviously that was Vince's call to no surprise to keep doing weekly shows. News why Rhea had to drop the NXT title is that apparently her visa expired and she has to go back to Australia to renew it. But during these on certain times, we don't know if the process is going to be longer and if she'll be allowed to travel back due to certain travel limitations and travel bans during this pandemic. So it's going to be interesting to see how long Rhea is going to be off TV. So that also sucks. But that's gonna wrap it up for this week's Drama Scripted Saturday. I enjoyed WrestleMania, enjoyed the Boneyard match, I enjoyed the Family Funhouse match, I enjoyed both Braun and Drew McIntyre winning. I'm looking forward to Wednesday nights. Look forward to every Dynamite show. Now that they're doing an TNT title, which I'm going to assume that's going to be their version of the TV title, because it has the network. The channel that they're on is in the title, so I'm assuming that's going to be their TV title. And then, Cody making a nice, decent cut promo that was like, I think 10 minutes long. And he just ended it saying like he needs it. He kind of does, because he can't go for the big title anymore due to the fact that he lost to Jericho. So in retrospect, in his promo, he's kind of right. He does need it. But yeah. But that's going to be all for this week's Drama Script Saturday. Remember, there's a Drama Script Saturday every Saturday. If you like what you have witnessed, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'm Game Fiend of all games, and I'm out of here. Later, and peace.